Hello, Duncan. First, congrats on the win. First of all, nice shirt. And I would like to ask you how he helped you to make that performance tonight. What advice gave you before the game?
Um, Goran is just always in my ear to be aggressive, uh, to hunt shots, just play to the best of my ability on both sides of the ball. And, obviously it's tough not having him. We miss him greatly, and we're sad that he can't be part of this, at least on the floor, but he's absolutely a part of this in terms of what we're still doing here. And his leadership is just top tier.
And also about your performance with that game was a do or die game for you. Did you feel responsible to make a step up and help your team to extend the series?
Absolutely. It was going to require more from everybody, and that's something that we talked about. So I thought we got some big-time performances across the board tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, next up we have Shannon Irish with Heat TV. Go ahead, Shannon.
Hi, Duncan. What did you think about Kendrick's performance tonight, and how did he lift you guys, particularly in the first half?
And it was huge. Just that scoring punch that he brings, and he was great defensively in ball screens, and just to have the mindset that he has, to obviously missing time and kind of being out of the lineup there and just come in and just play fearless. That was a huge boost for us, particularly in that first half, like you said. And he hit some big shots in the second as well.
All right, next we have Manny Navarro with The Athletic. Go ahead, Manny.
Hey, Duncan. I think a lot of people were sort of treating this tonight's game as a coronation. The Lakers are wearing their special black Mamba jerseys, and they're bringing the confetti out, the trophy, all those kind of things. I wonder how much of that served as extra motivation for you guys at all, knowing how competitive you are in that locker room.
I mean, we hear it. It's hard not to. We just wanted to embrace it. We knew what this was. We knew the things were stacked against us, but we got a bunch of dogs in that locker room that love competing, and I thought we really brought it tonight. It wasn't always perfect, but we're flying around and making things happen.
And then as a quick follow-up for you, I mean, the 7 threes and the shooting, I know you've worked your butt off to get open all series, but tonight, was there anything extra that helped you get better looks, or was it the same kind of looks that you've been getting all series?
It was similar looks, honestly. I thought I was a little bit more persistent tonight about just getting to the ball and getting to my spots. So that helps, obviously. It also helps to see some go. Just builds the confidence more.
Thank you.
All right, up next we have David Wilson with the Miami Herald. Go ahead, David.
Hey, Duncan. I guess first, just Jimmy in the final 2 minutes, really. He was great, obviously, all night, but he hadn't scored for a while. In those last 2 minutes, though, I think he scored 8 in a row to basically win it for you guys. Even when I guess, just what did you think of that?
I mean, that's Jimmy. He took us home. Just does whatever it takes to win, and made some huge plays both sides of the ball. He just willed it. It's not always pretty, but he just finds a way. I'm just thankful he's in our locker room.
I know we kind of think of it maybe as a little bit of a cliche, all the fitness stuff you guys talk about, the Heat culture. But in this series, I think one of the images that's going to stick with people was Jimmy kind of draped over the railing after he took one of those fouls, catching his breath. Obviously, you're running, I don't know how many miles a game. Just how important has that been in this series, the level of fitness that you guys feel like you have?
We wear that with pride. We think it's an advantage in every series that we play in. And, we've talked all about it, emptying the tanks, whatever it takes. So tonight was a battle. It required everything we had. And we're just thankful to come out on the other side with a win.
Curious,
Right, go ahead, David.
They track how far you're running in these games, in some of these where you're running around screens? Is there some of that tracking that you are aware of?
Season, I don't know if they have that SBU data set up in the bubble. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Yeah. You know what you were doing in the regular season per game?
Yeah, I think on offense, just on offense, it was 3+ miles or 4 miles a game, maybe. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, but a lot. Thanks.
All right, Duncan, I believe you have 2 there in person with Scott and Jeff. Go ahead, guys.
I think after game 2 or 3, I can't remember which game it was, Jimmy reserved part of this news conference to say that we still believe in Duncan. Like, he's going to have one of these games where he just goes off. You know, he didn't have great shooting that night, whatever game that was. Did that get back to you that he said that in the news conference? And just in general, the fact that these guys have so much confidence, does that affect you?
Of course it affects me. The news conference specifically did not, but after game 2, we had like a meeting later at night in his room. Myself and he had me over, and we just chopped it up, talked, and you know, he's hard on me, but it's because he expects a lot, and I welcome that. I love that. You know, this whole team just wants me to be aggressive and to do my job. You know, I thought I didn't do it well enough, really, in those first 2, and I was disappointed in that. But at this point, you can only control what you can control, and that's these games. And now it's Sunday, so I just got to go out and do what I do.
Just the 2 of you.
And Armando, who's a trainer. Yeah.
Duncan, I know shooters shoot, that kind of thing, but one, sometimes they don't go down, and 2, they make it so difficult for you to get free. Well, what is sort of the mental and physical challenge that you go through to not let that get you down?
Yeah, you know, Coach Spo says it to me all the time, persistence, and that's what it's all about for me. You know, if you're relentless throughout a game, you'll get your looks, and obviously, you know, they've done a really good job scheming to take things away. But for me, it's just all about finding a way, whatever it takes to get to my spots. And you know, if you just continue to do that, eventually you'll have your openings, and also you'll wear on them. You know, you'll be able to find spots here and there where you can get some daylight.
And then for daylight for you, what does that mean? Is it like just a matter of inches?
Just catching the ball. If I catch the ball and I can see the rim, it's going up pretty much.
All right, next up, we have Mark Schwartz with ESPN. Go ahead, Mark.
Duncan, as Mike Breen put it tonight, LeBron James and Jimmy Butler were throwing haymakers at each other for minute after minute down the stretch. What was that like to be a part of, and how did Jimmy come out on top?
You know, you don't necessarily notice it when you're in it like that. I know obviously both of them were playing very well, but you don't necessarily like see it from that bird's eye view when you're entrenched in it. But obviously, you know, Jimmy's just will, determination, and it's just his tendency to make big time plays in big time games. You know, he just made them over and over again tonight.
And what was it like when you saw him slumped over that railing? You were right next to him. Put your hand on his back when he did. What were you thinking?
I was just telling him, take your time. Take your time. Don't rush it. We needed the free throws. So, you know, he's obviously emptied the tank, and he does whatever it takes to win. And we all just try to follow suit.
All right, and final question goes to Wes Lammy. Go ahead, Wes.
Duncan, 7 made threes in this finals game. Only Ray Allen and Steph have hit more in a finals game. But for you, can you describe more about the composure of that last maybe minute of the game, the way you guys were able to just keep it?
Yeah, I thought it was some growth for us. You know, we've won a bunch of them, close ones like that in these playoffs. But we dropped the game 4 in a game that we thought we really could have won. So I thought it showed some maturity, some growth, and also just a will to win.